Hey, it's Comic Artist Pro Secrets, and I'm Ethan Van Sciver, and let's continue with the world of Cyberfrog and the first mini-series thereof. Alright, so Harris Comics published it. This is issue number 3, created, written, and drawn by Ethan Van Sciver. This is like 1995, probably. I remember this issue coming out, and I mean, I was so happy because the books themselves were such nice quality. I mean, they really looked and felt like real comic books. And I remember this book coming out and me doing a signing in Philadelphia, and just thinking, wow, this is the life. This is awesome. And yeah, I was like, I had a box of these books to kind of show people and give away and stuff. It was cool. Disco Inferno here. Well, I was really into disco, apparently. I think I just watched Saturday Night Fever for the first time. You can see, yeah, like I mentioned last video, Fragaboom. That's my little hello to Dan Fraga, who's a good friend of mine. My band Toxic Waste, and another band called Embrolio over here that that was a local band that I knew. And he's facing off. Here's Cyberfrog facing off in flames against Deathfly. That's a very 90s cover. Yeah. And so, let's see, this is the alternate, the variant cover. We were doing variants back then. This is Tom Tuttle, who, is it Tom Tuttle? That is his name, I hope. I'm sorry, Tom Taggart, who is, he kind of sculpts his covers. He actually makes a sculpt, and then he photographs it. And that was the way he used to do comic book covers. This is pretty cool. I was disappointed with the inaccuracy of it. I was like, wait a second. He doesn't wear underpants. And like his hands and feet aren't, they look like they're made of flesh, and they're not. They're supposed to be robotic. And they're very detailed. So I was kind of like, yeah, this is pretty cool. It's pretty neat. But it doesn't really look like my character that much. Still, pretty neat variant cover. Okay. Back to the frog. So let's open this thing up. Right away. This is actually pretty good. I like this opening splash page. He was looking for Deathfly, and he found him in the club. And yeah, he says, found you. Good motion here, good action. Very nice. And a nice double page spread of Deathfly and Cyberfrog kind of making fun of each other. Remember, Cyberfrog is kind of a Bugs Bunny character. That's his whole thing. Here's an aside to the audience, kind of like Bugs Bunny would do. And he's making Deathfly, who is a murderous, rampaging monster, look like a fool. And I don't know, these hellhounds kind of attack Cyberfrog. And I'm still doing these really thick lines here. This looks hideous, like Heather's hair with these whiteout loops here. Just, it looks really, really bad. Her face looks bad. This looks good. That looks okay with me. Cyberfrog looks great. We have a fight sequence. Look at these kind of Chris Bacallo layouts that I'm working with here. Heal, you bastard. Yeah. I mean, very much like I pictured Cyberfrog talking like one of the Jerky Boys. I pictured I thought his voice would be like Frank Rizzo. He's a New Yorker. He grew up in New York, and that's kind of where he learned to speak English, where he picked up the local customs and inflections and all that. And this isn't, listen, this isn't so bad. Action-packed, good colors. This is weird. Heather's face here. She looks like an old lady. Ugh. Deathfly is holding her, and she reaches for the amulet, and she... Look, pulls a Princess Leia. She pulls a Slave Leia on him. She's going to choke him. That amulet chain just got 60 feet long. I don't know. Oh, no. And then it got short again. Look, he's choking out. And then he just laughs at her. He's just like, yeah, he actually says that. He says, Princess Leia fan, huh? You want to choke me? Is that it? And then he coughs up a piece of her boyfriend's body. He ate her boyfriend last issue. That's disgusting. And he gives her a whack right across the face. Jesus. All right, you got to look, Cyberfrog. You got to do something. Cyberfrog steps in, grabs one of his arms, and breaks it off. That's just so weird. Why am I... These books are just so crazy. And he's actually holding Deathfly's arm as Deathfly kind of attacks him. He says, "Zoiks," like Shaggy. And we got another big double-page spread of Cyberfrog kicking Deathfly in the thorax and punching him. This is all, these are all pretty good action shots. I like this. Yeah, this is good. This is better than I remembered it being. Like when I approached doing commentaries for this miniseries, I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be embarrassing. And I think the first issue was embarrassing. Second issue was embarrassing, but a little less so. This so far isn't bad. I like that he jams his own leg back into his mouth, and like the shape of his leg is in there. Oh my goodness, the writing is terrible. It's absolutely terrible. But the art, and that's what we're focused on here. Very, very image, very of the time. These crazy layouts. He wants to continue fighting Deathfly, but he's programmed. The cyber part of him is programmed to always be where he needs to be and help the right people. And look, it brings him right over to Heather and allows Deathfly to escape. And he is now going to rescue Heather Swain and take her away. And that's what he does. So here we, let's see. I have to refresh my memory about this. Here's the big bad guy, I think. And he's stroking two cats. There's a portrait of Alan Stewart, the publisher of Hall of Heroes, on the wall back there. I mean, this was my chance to do whatever I wanted to do in a comic book. It was all random, just full of random references and shout-outs to friends. Shockroach again. Who cares? More Shockroach. Okay, back to Cyberfrog. Yeah, look. This isn't so bad. I mean, there are things that I would like to change. Cyberfrog always looks great. This looks really good. I like him just stewing here, like in his kind of frog pose. Heather's face looks abominable. I would love to be able to fix that today. I don't care. I mean, next time I get to Cyberfrog, I will draw Heather Swain better. And that's all I can do. I can look at this and say, there's some potential here. He's walking around. He's got the amulet. This is dynamite here. Wow. I'm showing growth. Big time. Good pose on Cyberfrog. Looking out the window. His other arm behind him, holding the amulet, considering what's out there. Yeah, I know what that's like. And Deathfly with missing one arm is flying, and he ends up, the background dissolves behind him, and before you know it, he is in a place called Ground Zero, and this is the Egyptian god Osiris, who is going to heal him and give him a new biker jacket. Yeah, look at his hair. It's all very 90s. Oh my God, this is like Socho Madureira. What was I doing? Just trying to fit in. Just trying to look like other comics. He's going after Cyberfrog, and he's going after Heather. Next issue is called The Afterlife of Riley. And yeah, letters column, in which I invite fan mail. And I mean, you have to admire, like, look how great this is. And I don't see a credit here. I don't see a credit here at all. But I mean, the fan mail I was getting had fan art that was spectacular. It was wonderful, and I was getting it all the time. I had fan mail sent to my apartment and straight to my house. And yeah, and the whole time I was doing Cyberfrog, the mailman would show up. I remember meeting him by the mailbox, and he'd say, "More fan mail." And he thought it was like a joke, and I was like, no, really, he's like, "Why do you get all this mail?" I was like, "It's fan mail," and he thought that was like a joke, like I was being funny. No, it really is fan mail. And it was, and it came in by, crates. It was absolutely wonderful. All right, so Vampirella trading card set. I think I worked on that. And advertising the new, look at this. I mean, this is the New York crew right here, pretty much. Amanda Connor, Jimmy Palmiotti, there's Christopher Golden, Tom Sagoski, Joe Jusko, Billy Tucci, Adam Hughes. I don't know where Adam lives. I think he lives in Georgia. But I mean, these are the New York guys, and they were, you know, always at the Harris Comics office or the Marvel office or wherever, and just working, just doing lots and lots of comics. Pretty cool. But yeah, so here is the 3rd issue of Cyberfrog. I guess this was kind of a quicker review. I didn't have a lot to say about it, except for it's better than I thought it was. It's better than I remember, which is like not saying much at all, because I remember it being super embarrassing. And surely if I read it, I would be embarrassed. Instead, I'm just choosing to look at the pictures. All right, so thanks a lot, guys, for watching this. Please hit like, subscribe if you haven't yet, and then ring the bell for notifications. Also, I just opened up a new Patreon. That'll be down in the link if you haven't contributed yet and would like to. $1 helps. I mean, it's, you know, I want to build up the YouTube and make it, the YouTube itself kind of pay for itself, so I can afford to do videos every day and just keep this channel running and growing. We're at 11. We're well over 11,000 subscribers. And we did most of that in a month. I was looking at myself bragging January 3rd about reaching 7,000 subscribers. And here we are, February 6th. And we now have 11,110 subscribers as I look at the screen now. That's all, you guys. Thank you so much. It's amazing. It's encouraging. I want to do more of it. I want to do more art classes and lessons. Those do take time out of my workday. So that is why we have a Patreon now. So thank you, and I will see you next time. We'll do an art class maybe later today. Tomorrow we'll do Cyberfrog number 4, and you know, let's keep on getting the working on my catalog of all my books in commentary form. Thanks a lot. Bye.
In the ATL, that's my homeboy. Watch your back if you're gonna walk alone, boy. Cause everybody in the homeboys trying to get rich. You could get hit even if you're known, boy. We the kings of the South. Pies in the oven, grills in the mouths. Count stacks is a usual norm. College Park, bank here where the hustle was born. So peace up and A-Town down. 4-4 living with the 808 sound. Nightlife popping, ain't nobody stopping. Cutting up a rug when the beat dropping. The dirty birds nest here, and then the haters get to talking. Then they falling on the deaf ears. This is where trap music was born, on the 50-yard line of the Georgia Dome. In the ATL, pop that, drop that, dirty birds, you ain't never gonna stop that.